Today we'll be providing a strategic analysis on Cerner Corporation. Cerner Corporation, CERN, is a publicly traded company on the NASDAQ. The sector in which they operate is technology, more specifically healthcare information technology, or HIT. Electronic health records are the digital replacements for traditional medical record systems and consist of patient-specific healthcare data. Today we'll be looking at four main competitors: Epic, Allscripts, Aetna Health, and McKesson. In this section, we'll be taking a look at the external environment and the factors that affect the industry as a whole. In the economic segment, the customer base for these companies is mainly large hospitals and systems, given the ubiquitous and rapidly growing governmental requirements to have an EHR or electronic health records. Healthcare companies are planning to consolidate operations and centralize patient healthcare records overall. Newly developed cloud and SaaS technologies are opening up a very large, relatively untapped market for these large EHR vendors. Social cultural segment. Patients and employers are becoming more educated in their own health and their employees' health and expect to be partners in the process of healthcare delivery. EHR companies must adapt to this changing expectation of partnership and make records results highly accessible, as well as providing means of easy electronic communication with the providers. Disparities in healthcare are also becoming more pronounced, and both at a governmental level as well as with employers. Patient interaction and participation in their own delivery of their own healthcare is expected. The global segment. The global health information exchange market is segmented into North America, Europe, Asia, and the rest of the world, which also includes Africa, Middle East, and other Pacific countries. North America today holds the largest share of the global market. However, the Asian market is expected to have the highest growth based on several factors such as the rise in population, growing elderly population, investment considerations, and government initiatives in countries like China, Japan, South Korea, and India, all which are markets that Cerner operates currently. The technological segment. Analyst forecasts for the market of EHRs will have a compound annual growth rate of 6.53% over a 4-year period starting from 2014 to 2019. Hospitals are continuously upgrading their EHR systems to meet the many regulatory requirements and provide cost-effective patient solutions. But traditional implementation trends are costly with software upgrades and hardware purchases. The industry is embracing the internet and other technologies to lower support costs, remove barriers to entry, and continue providing excellent patient care. The political legal segment. The industry is highly regulated, as well as dependent on governmental actions. There are yearly updates that impact all HIT vendors and the annual changes of meaningful use requirements of the Accountable Care Act. This uncertainty leads to an increased demand for EHR systems. The vendor maintains and meets the changing requirements as a service to their customers. As an example, Cerner successfully lobbied Congress and the Department of Defense and was awarded a large governmental contract to support all branches of the military as their EHR hosting supplier. Demographic segment. The aging population as a whole is related to industry success as older patients increase their use of healthcare resources and the demand for HIT systems grows. Geography is becoming more important as the market expands internationally. Overall, the use of EHR products continues to grow rapidly due to the increasing healthcare utilization and rapidly growing numbers of the aging population. The physical segment. With global proliferation and advanced adoption of EHR systems, it is important that industry companies focus on impactful elements like corporate social responsibility, responsible competitiveness, and global governmental requirements. This gives these organizations the opportunity to develop strong relationships with global organizations and countries, focusing on solutions and programs to raise social awareness on sustainable opportunities. Cerner's largest region is North America. It is also the location of their corporate headquarters. They have several programs initiated today that are revolving around employee diversity and subsidized healthcare. However, with global markets on the rise, the industry needs to assess how to best maintain sustainability locally as well as abroad. Next, we're going to take a look at the industry environment, which is a set of factors that influence a firm and its competitive actions and responses. We're going to take a look at 5 main factors: bargaining power of buyers, bargaining power of suppliers, threat of new entrants, threat of substitute products, and inter-firm rivalry. Bargaining power of buyers. Buyers of these large electronic health systems are typically mid to large hospitals or hospital systems. These investments often rival some of the largest capital projects they will ever undertake. There are very few competitors at the top end where Cerner operates, just Epic and Cerner in this particular market. Cerner often has the advantage in overall price. This lessens the bargaining power of its customers, as Cerner is clearly the less expensive system and is felt to be competitive in functionality and scalability. Switching costs are extremely enormous, typically equal to the full amount of the initial investment for these tools, and thus prevents easy hopping from product to product. This further lowers the bargaining power for all the particular hospitals. Bargaining power of the suppliers. Cerner has its own in-house development teams and processes in the production of an information technology product. The bargaining power of suppliers is therefore very low and is not hindered by labor unions. In addition, Cerner requires that all employees give up the right to sue to be eligible for merit increases. Cerner also develops nearly all products and thus avoids any supplier issues in module development. Their only real threat is competition for excellent programmers. Threat of new entrants. While the threat of new entrants into the market do exist, there are several dynamics to consider when looking at the competitive landscape. The use of internet and cloud technologies is lowering the customer cost of ownership and providing shorter aggregation and implementation times. However, the cost for end-use customers for switching systems is extremely costly and in most cases prohibitive. An additional criticism of the EHRs implemented to date is that these systems do not communicate with each other, and there are islands of information that cannot be shared with other systems, thus creating further barriers to entry. Long and arduous sales cycles, implementation and integration strategies, and increased customer care and value for patients make it difficult for new market entrants. Development of these systems require tremendous capital investments as compared to the market opportunities. Threat of substitute products. The marketplace for healthcare information technologies and the value and need for EHR products and services are growing across the global markets. Advancement in new technologies and the patient-driven need for access of medical records has uncovered a growing need for the flexibility and the advancements of the systems across large healthcare hospital consortiums. Considering new internet and cloud technologies does lever the investment made from these healthcare information technology sector, but the lack of substitute products is apparent. These traditional systems have been developed over the years and are advancements in technology and expertise. The market is very specific and alternative products are rare due to the nature of the systems, costs associated with building the advanced products and services, and the willingness for patient care facilities to embrace new, unproven products or market substitutes. These threats of substitutes remain nascent. Inter-firm rivalry. Exploding healthcare costs in the USA are projected to double in the next decade, reaching nearly $4.4 trillion by 2018. This had created competition in the field of healthcare information technologies, clearly, especially in the advancement of EHRs. However, the competitive landscape is limited to a few large key players in the market. These organizations have spent significant capital to build out the capabilities and invest in R&D. While healthcare fragmentation provides opportunities for entrepreneurial firms, research calls for new ways for firms to compete in such an information-intensive ecosystem. This means the adoption of internet and cloud-based technologies to leverage existing ecosystems and the experience associated. Only large market players of Cerner can compete with the resources necessary to expand and build on the marketplace. The advancement of new technologies and methodologies is being embraced, but the significant amount of capital investments required has priced out smaller competitors and has the market open for a small list of organizations that can address the market needs and advancements today. Now let's go to the competitor analysis, and we'll review 4 of Cerner's top competitors. Cerner and Epic. Epic and Cerner are 2 main competitors sitting in the center of the IT shift, and in an environment seeking more and more from IT. These 2 companies are delivering advancements in technology and are expanding and growing in the process. From a strictly financial level, Cerner is posting positive gains in revenue. In fiscal year of 2014, Cerner reported $3.4 billion in revenue, up 17% from the previous year's $2.9 billion. But Epic remains privately held, so the financial information is not available. However, it is estimated that 2014 revenues were $1.8 billion. Both companies have a growing international presence, and Epic was recently working with its first client in the United Kingdom, implementing its EHR at Cambridge University Hospital's NHS Foundation Trust. Cerner, in addition, also reports having systems in more than 1,800 facilities around the world, with approximately 400 facilities outside of the U.S. using Cerner's Millennium EHR. Allscripts. Like Aetna Health and the others, direct competition with Allscripts exists in the small to mid-market scale. Allscripts has to overcome the market sentiment that they are not technology up-to-date or easy to use. This is a great hurdle in today's market, where these 2 key metrics of success are essentially mandatory. Allscripts has grown from being very quick to purchase a complementary or competitor system and combine it with their own. This has led to severe functionality issues that could be hard to overcome. If Allscripts starts losing any customers, such as its premier National Institute of Health or NIH, then they will not potentially survive. Aetna Health. Cerner and Aetna Health are direct competitors in the small to mid-market customer market. This includes large practice groups and small hospitals. Moving forward, customers in this segment will expect the ability to have or to move to a cloud-based infrastructure. This is rapidly becoming critical for managing security, as many systems have been hit with viruses or data hostage situations. Practices in smaller hospitals do not have the ability to put in robust security systems, whereas a cloud-based structure would capitalize on the knowledge and skills of the vendor to manage this particular risk. Cerner and McKesson. These 2 large vendors go head-to-head in the large to mid-market segments. Key points of rivalry include the usability factors of the EHR, the presence of the population health tools, and the existence of cloud-based systems. McKesson holds the advantage in cloud-based area, but lags significantly in usability and population health tools. Each of the vendors has explicitly said they are working in their areas of risk noted above, and it should be expected that significant development will occur. McKesson has historically been more inclined to purchase a best-in-class system and try to bolt it on to their existing or current one. This may not be as successful moving forward due to usability factors of amalgamated systems. McKesson is a much larger company with vast resources. However, they have historically been reluctant to invest heavily in their EHR division. McKesson Business Performance Services. There are rumors it may be for sale, which would prevent them from keeping the product as up-to-date as potentially needed. And now to Dave, where he'll discuss the key challenges and problem areas.